Family and friends of 13-year-old Marli Currie, who is among the pupils who died after a concrete slab collapsed on them at Driehoek Hoërskool, are gathering to say their final goodbyes in Vanderbijlpark. Currie and two other learners died instantly, while another succumbed to his injuries while in the ICU on Sunday. Now, for more on the story, we cross live to our reporter Hitekani Magwedze, who is in Vanderbijlpark. Hitekani, thank you very much indeed for joining us. No doubt it's a tragedy that has gripped the nation, and there's little doubt that people there at the funeral are still coming to terms with this.
Oh, good morning and good morning to our viewers. Definitely people are struggling to come to terms, and it's obviously the day that people are saying their final goodbyes to 14-year-old Marli Currie. People have started arriving here. We've actually just seen the family of the 14-year-old arrive here. You can just see hugs are being exchanged there, tears rolling down and streaming down other people's faces. Obviously, this is a very horrendous moment emotionally for the family and the friends of the 14-year-old. We've also seen a number of pink and purple balloons that you can see in the shot there, and white balloons included. This was, of course, as per the request of the family in memory of the 14-year-old, to honor her and to honor her memory. Of course, we know that she was one of the people who died instantly in the Driehoek Hoërskool incident. Now, we've also seen a number of people wearing Taekwondo gear. Now, we've spoken to some of the people who say they are students in Taekwondo in Vanderbijlpark. They say that Marli was a black belt student in Taekwondo. You can understand reaching a level of black belt must have taken so much focus, which of course says a lot about the 14-year-old's character and her focus in life. We've spoken to some of them, as I said, and they say that they had been learning a lot from her as well. Even speaking to some of the older students in Taekwondo, who are some in brown belt and then in the lower belts in the discipline, saying that they were learning a lot from the 14-year-old and were hoping to learn a lot more. But we understand that a lot more people are expected to arrive here. You would have seen during the week that there were so many people going to Driehoek Hoërskool, laying wreaths and flowers and writing messages to the four people who, of course, died in the tragedy. And we expect a lot more of those people to come here and pay their last respects to the 14-year-old.
Yeah, no doubt, an outpouring of emotions with regards to this tragedy. Hitekani, what do we know with regards to the structural engineer's report about this incident?
Well, we haven't had a chance to have a look at the structural report. We, of course, know that the school had been closed for a while for investigations to take part. We also know that there are tents erected at the school for a school to commence, and a catch-up program being instituted so that the learners who missed out on, so that classes that missed out on the week that went by can catch up to the academic program. But in addition to the support that the education department in the country has given to the school, understand that the Minister Motshekga will be gracing or honoring this funeral here this morning. In addition to that, we expect schooling to commence on Monday at the school with those catch-up classes in those tents that are erected at the school to be used.
Just remind us, Hitekani, about what time the service will commence?
The service this morning commences in the next 45 minutes to 30 minutes at 11 o'clock precisely. We know as well that there'll be 2 other services of the 2 other pupils who died in the tragedy taking place today. One will be commencing at 3 o'clock here in Vanderbijlpark, and another in Parys at around 12 o'clock. We know that there was one that happened as well yesterday, that the 13-year-old grade 9 learner was buried. Jeandre Steyn was his name. Of course, he was buried here, and his funeral service took place here in Vanderbijlpark. But this one commences at 11 o'clock sharp.
Okay, let's leave it there. We'll try to dip in a little later on when the funeral service actually starts. Hitekani Magwedze, live.